Hi, welcome to today's episode, guys. We're going to be introducing Hummer, which is our other stand here, and we just want to kind of talk about it a little bit. Y'all haven't seen it yet. Y'all seen it on one of our very first videos where we brought y'all into our three systems that we use, but now we're really going to show us cooking on it. How Ugly Duckling actually started. Now, when I say that, take it with a grain of salt because it is actually nothing on here except for maybe an ASCO valve.
This one right here.
There you go. Of how we started. Brandon has since rebuilt the stand, changed the pots, different fittings,
different pumps.
But basically, this was the size that we started on. So I'll let Brandon go over like what he's done to the stand.
Okay, so this is Hummer. And sadly enough, the reason why we call it Hummer is no longer on the, actually, I lie, is right here. This is one of the OG pumps. It's a chugger pump. It had a really bad hum to it when it ran, and so the stand got named Hummer.
And it also fit tank, Hummer.
Right. Tank, Hummer, and Jeep.
It works the way down.
So, built the stand from scratch, upgraded the pumps. The pumps, we had a chugger and a March pump. It's now Spike brewing pumps that's on it. We used to run kegels. We had 16-gallon kegs that we had the tops cut off of them, had fittings welded in them, and ran that for quite a while. And then just, 6 months ago, Lori, upgraded to these 20-gallon pots. It just gives us a little more flexibility, especially when we're doing big grain bills, trying to get high ABV. I'm going to tell you now, some of our bills in those kegels, to the tippy top.
Our Christmas jingle.
The crooked jingle.
The crooked jingle. It pushed the limit. So
definitely.
There's certain things I see on here still that are kind of still the same. So he's changed them to tri-clamp here, but like the T valve here is how we originally started with the thermostat here and pulling temperature. The little bleed off valve right here to pull your air out of your lines is still here.
Yep.
This was something that we just started with that it was just the cheapest route we can go from building something and brewing beer. So I'll let you keep going. Like he said, he's changed the pots out.
This is a three-tier system, like some people call it, three-pot system. We actually have a sparge kettle right here. It's got its own heating. We have the mash tun with a false bottom. Got the ball kettle with the, I don't know what they call it, hop rocket hop strainer down here at the bottom. They each have their own recirculation style arms. This one's got a spray head on it. So whenever we're circulating, it doesn't tunnel into the grain. This is a propane system versus tank, which is all electric. So we do have 3 different burners. They're all being controlled by this control board that is also new compared to the old system. The old system actually had a small console, which we still have. We'll be able to show y'all on another episode, but built this control board right here, running it off Inkbirds. Each burner has its own controller. Each pump has its own controller. Everything is coming through here via temperature control on these probes. Got a timer.
Original fermentation tanks.
2 original fermentation tanks, right?
These are called the Brohemoth.
The Brohemoth tanks.
Brohemoth tanks. Yep. They're 22 gallons apiece.
Yep.
I can't say nothing but good about these. I wish they still made them. They stopped. They discontinued them. I think you can still find them online here and there.
You can still find them online, but you can't find the barrel systems anymore. If we could,
these tanks have been nothing but good. They hold temperature well. We actually have heat pads in here, and we added the jacketing over the insulation right here on top just to help it. But I've done an event on this where we brewed 150 gallons of beer in a couple months, and these things work like champs. And then you also have the original mill.
And the original mill, yep, original mill, which I fit into the stainless steel prep table. But yeah, and we got this one currently set up as a fermenter.
Did you talk about this?
One currently set up as a bright tank. No, that's the iSpindle. iSpindle system. So like I said, it's got the little fancy dildo, which I was charging. But it is the iSpindle system. We drop it down into the fermenter while we're fermenting. It'll automatically keep track of our gravity. It'll give us a graph showing how it's doing while it's fermenting. pretty accurate. And then I actually have the remote monitoring system, so they'll talk to each other, and I can walk up here at a glance, look at it, and see where my gravity is at. So you don't have to take as many samples.
Right.
Now we're at the point. Take the original gravity, drop it in here, and when I see my graph level off, take a final just to compare it to make sure that it works out right. I mean, let's face it. We're brewing 12 gallons of beer right here. We don't need to be taking 5 or 6 samples in between. And the cool thing about it is, too, it shows me a chart. And like we told y'all on the last beer that we did, the Vanilla Bourbon Porter, that the more data points we can put into BeerSmith, the more accurate it learns your system. And with this, it just keeps giving you constant data points, and it gives you dates. So you can put all that info into BeerSmith, and BeerSmith's, oh, that's how this is going. So it's pretty cool. And then I have a digital timer set up on here too, so it'll scream at us, and we're not having to look at cell phones, look at watches to try to keep track of all the timing. I'll preset it before every brew. So,
all right. So there you go. There's Hummer. So why don't you go ahead and let everybody know what we're brewing today?
Today we are brewing a beer we've already done before, backed by popular demand. We are doing a cream ale. It's called Lumos Maxima. Last time we brewed it, it tapped at my house in about 3 weeks' time. Took a little longer at your house to tap, but I mean, you have so many more beers to go through than I do. So, but yeah, gonna be a cream ale we're doing today.
So we figured, hey, while we're gonna brew a cream, we're gonna go ahead and drink one of our other ones.
Yeah.
Brandon, what beer is this again?
This is the Fading to Black.
Fading to Black, which you brewed about how long ago?
3 months, 4 months ago, 4 months or more. Yeah, 4 months ago. It's our foreign extra stout.
It's the one we brewed right before we started doing YouTube.
Yes. I mean, y'all can see what glass we currently have it in. It's our homage to Guinness, but it's our own version of it.
Yes.
So
we had a little more chocolate, a little more roast.
A little more roast.
But anyways, we're gonna take you guys along for the ride. Stick around, and
milling is next.
Milling's next.
All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and bring y'all in for this grain bill we got going on here. We got 18, 20, 21 pounds if you include the flaked corn, but you already know with flaked, you don't mill it. Just add it in the pot. Unlike the last video y'all saw with the, 4.5 buckets of grain by the time we would send done with.
4.5.
It's not quite a full bucket. Oh, so tasty. So tasty. All right, but we're going to go ahead and get this milled for y'all and
enjoy the show.
Send it. Now we're good. Okay, y'all. So the grain has been milled. We currently have fire underneath the sparge kettle and the mash tun. Coming up the temperature, as y'all can tell, we got them heating up going on right now. We're at 93 degrees in the mash tun. We're at 83 degrees in the sparge kettle. When we come up to mash and temp, we'll bring y'all back while we're sticking that grain disappeared on me. That grain over there into the mash kettle. We'll see y'all in a little bit.
Deuces. All right, welcome back. We've y'all watched us mill the grain, bring it down. What else we've done so far? Got our water.
Got our water up to temp, ready to go. We're at 140. Well, it's 152, but it's not circulating right now.
It's not circulating. It's actually at tip. We shut it down a little bit. I think it was a degree over.
Right.
Because the ASCO valve basically killed the flame, and we were good to go. So he kills the flame, so his bed settles down right, and it just helps it all not clog and send grain up to the top of his whatchamacallit, spout.
Oh, through the circulation.
So I'm going to go ahead and go around. Brandon's going to stir. I'm going to pour. Here we go.
All right. And we'll have this camera going, and then our brew girl is manning another camera, so y'all will be able to check it out from the top also. So we can get that perfect combination going on here again.
I will say I have a harder task because of the pot's a little smaller, and I thought I was stirring.
Well, yeah, hey, you brought the grain on that side, so, you know. Well, the thing is, last beer you stirred, I dumped, you know, so this beer, I don't know, I think I might have set you up on this one, huh?
Well, I told you, I mean, Stirring's obviously harder than dumping.
The false bottom on this one does have a big handle on it, so it kind of gives me something to run into. But kind of like yours, the dip tube is under the false bottom, so I don't have to worry about that as much.
How's my rate? Slower, faster,
Rate is amazing. You're putting it in at the right speed, Lance.
There we go.
Damn it. Innuendos. Out innuendos. I mean, you could probably go a little, yeah. Give it a little more. There you go. There you go.
I'd rather take more time and not have a dough ball. It's not like we have 4.5 buckets of grain.
Yeah, I understand.
I know your arm's getting a little tired.
And if we said it once, we've said it a million times. I wish we had smell-o-vision so y'all could smell this.
Did you say smell of business?
Smell-o-vision, bro.
Did you say vision, though?
Smell the business.
I think you said smell vision.
Smell-o-vision.
Vision, though, is what you said.
Vision.
We're going to go back and look. I'll put it in text for the
B, not B. Okay, okay, you know what? How much have we drank already?
Christy has said I don't hear right, so it could have been me.
Well, you know, Lori says I don't hear it all sometimes. What's it called, Lori? Selective hearing? What?
Selective hearing.
What is it?
What?
Selective hearing.
One more time?
Exactly my point.
That's all right. We're going to edit that part out of that video that we don't hear her say it. Oh, what?
So there you go. Brandon's going to continue to stir a little bit. After he's done, he feels like he's got a good mixture. He's going to let it sit for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes just to let the grain bed settle down. And then we're going to turn the flame back up and then get it to temperature and let it circulate for
30 minutes. Oh, no, 60 minutes. 60 minutes. 60-minute mash. Yep. So, Lori, if you want to zoom in on that. Ooh, it's a little loose. You got a good view of that, Boo? All right. So we'll bring y'all back when the fire's back under here and we're doing a 60-minute mash. And we'll show you a little bit of that. And then next, hey, beer.
So he's actually drinking the...
I am drinking the it's a beer.
Yes, it's a beer.
It's an American light lager. It's kind of in an ultralight type of lager fashion. Came out really, right? Y'all can.
So it's the ale version of our light American lager that we made first to try to trick the palate as a lager when it was technically an amber, which we ended up making it a lager anyway.
I say this one was good, but let's face it, the Hardest Race Chaser, which is the lager version of this one, so much better. So hey, quit tricking the system, bro. Just brew it right.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Y'all gonna see 2 seconds, and we'll show you us. We will show Brandon turning his circulation back on.
Yep.
Getting everything flowing.
Get the fire back in there.
Fire back on.
All right, guys. So the grain bed has settled and rested for 10 minutes. It's time to put the recirculation arm back on it, get fire underneath it, get everything rocking and rolling. So we're going to start the 60-minute mash. So Lance is going to go ahead and get that recirculation arm put back on it, just like that. And we are going to open up this to reprime the pump head. Crack this to about there. You want to go ahead and start the pump there, Lance? As y'all can tell, I have a spray arm in here set up to where I am not tunneling. Because again, Lori's working that top camera for y'all today. We're not tunneling. We're getting all this spraying going on right. I do have the pilot light still lit, so we're going to go ahead and get the...
You're over temperature, so.
Well, we're over temperature right now because it sat there and just got happy. But go ahead and get the burner started again. And we will come over here and get the 60-minute timer going on this mash.
But that shows you right there how well these pots hold temperature. I mean, we had it off for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
We stopped at 152.2, I think is when the Asco valve killed, which is whenever he turned off the pumps. Yeah. And it's at 155.6. So
I mean, literally the only heat it had going to it was a small pilot light underneath to light the burners. So a little bit of candle of light of fire held it.
So technically, we could knock 10 minutes off the mash, but why? We're going to still do our 60 minute and go from there.
So we'll go ahead and let this run. 60 minutes from now, we'll bring y'all back in here when we start transferring the wort from the mash tun over to the ball kettle. This system is set up different from tank. We don't do a fly sparge on this one. On this one here, we actually do a bat sparge where all the wort's going to come out of the mash tun into the ball kettle. Once all that's drained over, we're going to take the 167 degree sparge water, transfer it over to the to the mash tun, and let it rest for 10 minutes.
Give it a stir, let the bed resettle.
Yep.
15 minutes.
15 minutes, sorry. 15 minutes.
Bring it over.
And then we'll transfer that back over until we get to our proper height in the ball kettle. But we'll see y'all in an hour. It'll be a few seconds.
Just in case any of y'all were worried too, you can see now that we're circulating, the temperature's starting to equal out pretty quick. So it's not like we stayed at 155 degrees for long.
And there
you go. We just kicked on.
I know y'all heard that click. We have flamage underneath. Lori, do me a favor. Go ahead and climb down from your perch up there. Go ahead and show them the fires down here, since I know they haven't seen that before. They can see that there's a fire, there's a flame underneath the mash tun. There's a flame underneath the sparge kettle. We're getting it going, y'all. So we'll see y'all in an hour's time. For y'all, it'll just be a few seconds when we're bringing this wort from the mash tun over to the ball kettle. All right, y'all. See y'all in a little bit. I don't know if you could tell from the sound. I don't know what y'all can hear or what y'all can't hear.
Oh, they can hear that, I'm sure.
Hey, our 60-minute mash is done. So it's time to, we'll go ahead and kill the mash pump. Kill this. Kill this. Kill this. Oh, you did that. It's fine. Yeah, she caught that on camera too, just so you're aware. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of plumbing maintenance here. We're going to go ahead and take the mash and transfer it over to the ball kettle. Here's that whole Sketch 22 thing. Oh.
Can you see this one?
See, that's why having a closed system like what's on tank is totally worth it. But it's fine. So we're going to go ahead and open this. We'll turn the mash pump back on.
The price is right.
Ooh. That's extreme.
We're going to start pulling from the mash tun into the sparge kettle. Yes, yes. We're close. Yeah, I know.
Any hint I can give you guys out there starting to brew on systems like this? Maybe you're coming from an all-in-one. Make your checklist. Close.
Check your valve. The key is close. Ask him 100 times. Fermenter. Open.
Just a little pro tip there.
Might be flowing a little hard here. Or a little cavitation on the pump.
You think?
Well, I heard a cavitation on the pump, so.
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, we're drawing through a thick grain bed.
And if you guys see a black blur jump into the pot, don't worry, it's just Lori overextending.
Falling?
It was pre-planned, just so y'all know.
Or was it though?
So, if we can come back to this one here, you can start to see here. We see the bed now, the top part of the grain, and hopefully, if his little spindle thing did well, we shouldn't see any kind of cavities or holes flying through.
If anything, there might be a little bit of cavitation on the edge of the pot, but that's adjusted halfway through the mash tun mash and did it? It doesn't look like it did. I think we did pretty good.
No. You need to turn this up some more. There you go. So as Brandon mentioned earlier in one of the other clips, we're doing this different from the system at the house on tank.
Yep.
So we actually come, as we're pulling wort into our ball kettle,
yep,
we're actually sparging on top, which it still amazes me how it doesn't really mix. You can see it when we're coming over. Like the water doesn't really mix in the mash tun. It just kind of stays on top.
Yep.
And I guess because it's hotter water, maybe hot water rises. But here we're not doing that anyway. I'm rambling. We're going to drain this pot completely. Everything will be into here. We're going to come back with the sparge water on top. We will give it another little stir just to make sure.
We'll pull the recirculation arm out of the way. We'll give it a good stir. We'll let the grain bed settle. And then we'll let it soak for 10 to 15 minutes.
15 minutes at least. We're going to, and the main part of that too is we're making sure we get, you can see over here, maybe we can get Laura to zoom in a little bit if she can. If not, I can do it on the software. But we want it clear. And what we mean by that is we're not getting all that protein in here. And the less protein we pull in, the better off we are when we start balling with the ball over. And then less protein we have to worry about bringing over to the fermentation tank. So that's the whole point of kind of giving it, 15 minutes we're pulling out the rest of the sugars. 2, we're letting that protein rest kind of happen naturally. And the beer is going to filter itself out. And we're pulling over clean wort. So
it is 100% all about utilizing all of your grain, getting all the sugars out of your grain. I mean, you paid for the grain. You just as soon get all the sugars you paid for. So, what's up?
I was just making sure you're off here.
Oh yeah, no. Hey,
double checking. I ain't doubting you.
This ain't my first brew.
We're double checking. It's not about.
But yes, we did. We killed the fire to this pot, should I say, before we do all this. The last thing we want is for dry grain to settle down and it starts scorching. That's not a good day at all. Actually, I could probably kill the.
I would kill it. That's good. Kill your pump.
Kill the pump.
I mean, that little bit, we're starting to get protein over it. Ain't worth it. Okay. It's still okay.
Call that a day.
I mean, no matter what, it's coming over. That little bit isn't going to hurt any. And
it's still saying, "Hey, how you doing?"
It's like that night pee. You think you're done and you're not.
So I'm gonna. Yeah, that happened. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and kill the sparge. We're gonna shut that off.
Leave that open that way it doesn't backflow on you. You want to shut that off though.
Yeah, that one definitely.
This will help it not backflow on you.
Do a whole pump. That did nothing.
Watch pump again. And hold.
Pump. That's hot.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and take the hose. This is that whole moving lines that we don't have to do on a tank, but it has to be done. So we're gonna take this sparge line with 168 degree water, 167 degree water, bring it over to the mash tun. I'm gonna open that up. I'm gonna crack that. Yeah, it's safe. No. Are you crazy? We're gonna turn
I've been told I was.
Yeah, you know. Oh, by the way, y'all want to know why this is called Hummer? Check this out. Yeah, that's why this stand's called Hummer. Don't ask me why, but it doesn't matter what pumps we put on this stand. They always hum when we're using them. It's a thing. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the pilot lights on the sparge kettle, and actually turn that off. Kill the flame on that. So pilot lights on this, and this is dead because we're coming over at 167 degrees. We don't actually have to heat this water anymore. It just has to rest.
But you want to maintain for your 15 minutes. You want to adjust your temperature.
Right. It's gonna happen. I just didn't want to scorch anything right now. That's pretty. Can you see that pretty? See that up there pretty? So we're going to go ahead and transfer everything from the sparge kettle. We're going to sparge it over on the top of the mash tun over all the grain. Lance is mixing everything up, making sure we didn't have any pockets in there that didn't get wet. getting rinsed thoroughly like it was supposed to. Blah 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 blah.
Getting that water back to the bottom of the pump.
Yep.
Trying to pull some of the grain from the bottom back to the top, which once we get enough water in there, it's going to be a little easier. But
And this is what they call batch sparging, right, Lance? This is batch sparging. We fly sparge at your house. We batch sparge here. Because we pull out and then we do a secondary batch of water. So,
pull out.
hey.
Is it strong?
No, his pull-out game is not strong.
No.
He has way too many kids to say that.
I forgot how. Yes, that happened.
And normally what we'll do too is while this is batch sparging over and this 10 minutes is setting, I'm going to go ahead and light the burners under the ball kettle. Get this started warming up. Again, that's a whole time-saving thing. Get this started warming up. Get it closer to getting ready to boil. And, you know, the next time y'all will see us, we will be transferring the rest of the sparge mash over to the ball kettle, getting ready to go to a boil. All right, y'all. So everything's been transferred from the sparge kettle over to the mash tun. We let this go for 15 minutes, rinse through all our grains. We're going to take this, transfer it over to the ball kettle. The ball kettle is heating up, getting ready to ball. We'll see you again in 15 minutes. All right, y'all. Later.
See you.
All right, y'all. We are about ready to, as y'all can tell, end it.
Hit 6.
Yep. Send it. All right. 15 minutes is up on the sparge kettle. We're going to go ahead and kill the pump on the sparge. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Gonna burn our fingers like we always do.
I'm coming around and get it for you.
Grab it by the nozzle. You're gonna throw it in the sink, my boy. We're done with that. As you can tell from this camera here, this has all been rinsed through, ready to go. We also started transferring some of it's done actually. Kill this, CIP. Thank you. We transferred the star sanit water from the fermenter that's been sitting there sanitizing it and cooling it over to this. I'll show y'all later how we use that when we're counterflowing to cool this off. We're going to take this, we're going to transfer it over to the ball kettle, same way we did. Easy, and made a mess. See, this is why we need closed systems. For that exact reason. We don't burn ourselves quite as bad doing it this way because we just have the handles, but, you know, it's a thing. Right, and we're going to get this transferring into the ball kettle. Ball kettle, again, is still going, heating up. Actually, we can probably turn it up now. Watch your leg hairs, Lance. There we go. Get that transferred over to the ball kettle till we get to our proper height, which is 16 gallons. We need 16 gallons. Right?
I see it.
Yes, right there. 16 gallons. Unlike Tank, I don't have sight glasses on this, so I have score marks on the inside of my pots to let me know exactly where we need to go. Maybe later on we'll install sight glasses on these things. But we're going to go ahead and get this transferred over. When we get to the 16 gallons, get this up to a boil. We'll bring y'all back. This is a 90-minute boil, so we have 30 minutes of boiling before we even add our first hop drop. We're bringing them in as the start of the boil. We're going to wait till the first hop drop to bring them in.
Hop drop.
Hop drop. All right. So we'll get this boiling. It'll go for half an hour, and then we'll bring y'all in when it's time for that first hop drop. We're coming up on that 30-minute timer, which brings us to the 60-minute hop drop. On that 60-minute hop drop, we are doing 1.5 ounces of Saaz and 1/2 ounce of Hallertau. I can't pronounce it. What's that German hop? Hallertau. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. We are down to 20 seconds. Oh, there we go. So y'all can see that? See that there? So that's going to be going in 12 seconds, 10 seconds. Lance is sitting there with the paddle, ready to go for, the inevitable boil over that's about to happen. Get that next one started. Go ahead and sprinkle. Laura, you catching that sprinkle?
I'm catching that sprinkle.
Can I pet that dog? There it is. What? Wait, you're not gonna? Okay. Apparently our pot wants to behave today. Oh.
There it is.
See, I don't know why my equipment behaves and Lance's equipment just wants to misbehave all the time. I don't understand it.
Master stir.
Oh. Wait, you were stirring on yours. I don't hear it. So anyway, y'all. So that's the 60-minute drop. We got 40 minutes to go before the 20-minute drop. And we will see y'all in 40 minutes. It'll be 5 seconds for y'all. So see y'all then. Bye. As you can hear, we're done with that. Now it's time for the 20-minute flavor edition, which is a half an ounce of sauce.
May I?
So not much. Absolutely. I'm not even gonna grab the paddle. That's how confident I am in my pots. With a half ounce.
You're going to die upon that hill.
I will die upon this. No, I'm gonna mix. I'm gonna stir. Because Lori didn't grab the other camera to show you all this hop drop.
Because I knew it wasn't going to do anything, Matt did.
So
There you go. Lackluster hops in 20 minutes. See y'all in 10.
And as y'all can tell, mash tun is back in place. It's done been cleaned, reassembled, put back in. Right now, currently, I have my counterflow hooked up over here with the star sand that we transferred over from the fermenter. I am sanitizing the wort side of the counterflow, getting it ready to go. Everything that touches beer from here to here is currently getting sanitizer. Oh, yes, please. There you go. So we will see y'all again in 10 minutes where we're going to do our Cervomyces drop. And then 5 minutes after that, we will do our last minute addition of corn sugar, dextrose. And then after that, we'll whirlpool it and bring y'all back on that. We are down to our next drop. You want to grow bread in your stomach? Is that what you're trying to do? Cervomyces drop, our yeast nutrient. It's going to go in there.
Very dramatic.
Yeah, wow. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. All right, we're going to start on the 5-minute drop. 5 minutes from now, we'll come back. We will do our corn sugar, a.k.a. dextrose, for our final drop in the last 5 minutes of the boil. And beep, there we go. We'll see y'all in 5 minutes. All right, y'all. So we have 5 minutes left on this boil. And the last 5 minutes, we have 8 ounces of corn sugar, dextrose, that we need to add to the boil. I'm going to go ahead and sip that in real quick. Oh, put some on the side of the pot. Not good. Anyway, and we're going to start adding ice to the star sand mixture that is in the sparge kettle, because we're going to be using that to cool down the wort as it goes through the counterflow. So we'll bring you back when it's time to transfer everything over to the fermenter. All right, we'll see you in 5 minutes. Boil, she is done. Kill that. Go ahead and kill that. So we're going to go ahead and take this valve. We're going to transfer it. Stop it from going back up into the kettle. Like that. And we're going to open up this valve fully.
And Lori's currently showing you, or she was, I'm sorry.
She's showing you the ball kettle right now, and the fact that the sparge kettle is full of ice and water. We're going to push some of the wort back through this counterflow, back up through here, because we still have water and star sand in here that we want to flush out into this bucket before hooking it up to the fermenter. There's water currently going from the sparge kettle through the water side of the counterflow back up into the sparge kettle at 39 degrees right now. So hopefully we're going to get something going. All right, Lance, we're going to go ahead and turn the ball pump on. We're going to send it until we see beer coming out the end of the line. Maybe. Hey, if you open up the kettle, that would be helpful.
Maybe. Okay, want to kill it?
All right, so we'll go ahead and kill the ball pump.
And it's nice and cold. I'll fill it.
Okay, I'm going to open that. Crack that.
You send it.
Ball pump is off. Where are we?
You ready? Ain't tight. Oh, never mind. You ready? No? Yet?
Not yet. Having to crack the bleeder valve right here. We had some air in the line. All right, go ahead and send it.
It just came up. There it goes.
So I have a control valve down here that's going to control how much wort is coming through the hot line into the counterflow. That way we can slow the rate of beer down as it crosses through the. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Start cooling that down.
Yeah.
All right, Spindle. This is a pot full of star sand. Go ahead and throw it in there. Gonna let it sit for 5 minutes or so. Sanitize while we're doing this transfer, and then that'll get dropped in here also, so we can start monitoring the temperatures. We'll finish putting this in there. We'll bring the ice spindle. We'll drop it in. We'll let it re-register, showing that the beer is there. First show, next time y'all see us, this will be clean. That'll be clean. All this will be away, and we'll wrap up the video.
Yep. See you guys in a couple seconds.
All right.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Seems like janitorial duties are done.
Absolutely, they're done.
How did I do, boss?
There are some water spots in the ball kettle, but we're going to talk about that after the video.
Got it. So, Brandon has everything in here. Everything's good. We are at 72 degrees already, and we're reading at 100. 100. Oh wow, that's not good. 1.054. I'll have a close up right here, and you'll see it. But the hydrometer and
the ice spindle. Once it's properly calibrated, I'm telling y'all, that ice spindle, well worth the money.
Absolutely.
Love it.
So, boss lady, are we ready to put yeast in?
Absolutely.
We're going to yeast this thing?
We're gonna yeast this thing.
You pouring?
I am not.
Oh.
But I'll supervise.
You're narrating?
Okay,
well look.
I'm not narrating.
Here's your mic. You narrate.
No, y'all are pouring,
Okay.
so narrate.
So
I'll just supervise.
Yeah, you pour. You got to steady your hand than I do. Yeah, it is. Yes. Hence why you're pouring.
Boss lady? Thank you.
There is a magnet down there to catch my magnet. The roly poly magnet. Yeah. Well, that's no longer a thing.
Think I have it?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
If it works, you can't judge me for it.
So there you go. We have yeast in the tank. Brandon's tightened it up. It's all buttoned up. Our valve is now open. Brandon made sure that was good. We have a blow-off jug down here with sanitizer to make sure we don't get fruit flies or bacteria flowing back into the beer. Yep, never good. Another successful day. Brandon did a great job.
Absolutely.
I apparently got an F. I didn't clean well.
No. Y'all, hey, all in all, successful brew day. Everything went exactly to plan. We had zero issues, zero problems. So we had a good mash. We had a good boil.
He said it a while ago when we were cleaning. Like, haven't brewed 3 months on the system. It's nice to know you can turn it on and
just set
go.
it. Just set like no thought process.
There you go.
Just go.
Take your time, spend the money on your equipment because your equipment will always take care of you, and it makes your day easier. You get to do a lot more of this and a lot less of this. So anyway, when you get on out of here, if y'all don't mind, like, subscribe, hit the bell
notification, ding ding.
We'll catch y'all on the next one.
See y'all later.
Hey y'all, welcome back.
I'm
Janitor.
sorry.
Yeah.
That was so epic because she went, hey y'all, welcome. No, it was awesome when she did it, but it was just one of those like, you mother. Hey, welcome guys. Cut! So do that again, but just.
Without the.
Let us be ready for it this time.
Yeah, let's be ready. Alright, we're good.
Take 2 and.
Hold on. You need to go over there, and she needs to come here because she doesn't have a mic.
Because she's itty bitty.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
I mean, my mic's right here.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna.
Yeah, put it wherever she goes.
And I'll face it towards her.
There you go.
Alright.
I mean,
Just lean in.
we're gonna have to move at some point to put the yeast anyway. So.
Sure.
Alright, let's go.